Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and you're listening to another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in one, two, three galaxies. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call the show Online Marketing Moves. We are coming to you live today. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Sunday, February the 2nd, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be talking to you today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been recording and recording. I recorded an episode yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, and I was I had every intention on uploading it yesterday, and of course, I think I I think I laid down at like 7, 8 o'clock. Every now and then, every now and then, the old man kicks in, and I lay down like 7, 8 o'clock, and I woke up. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" And so then I was like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna record an episode Saturday and Sunday." And I said, "Well, let me record two of them." And then I looked into my app over here, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute, I've already recorded yesterday." I said, "Oh yeah, I recorded like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I just forgot to upload it because you know what? And this is a problem. This is why you need, when you get your budget going. This is why you need people in place because I record, okay, and then you'll do the same. And I use Riverside. I use Riverside. I record. And Riverside, they had this thing and it says export. And so you hit that, and you export it. And then sometimes I get to doing other things, and then it'll say, your your thing has been exported, it's ready to upload, and I get to doing things, and then I go, oh yeah, I gotta upload it. And so, instead, when you have somebody else, you can record, send it to them. They can do all the uploading and all that kind of stuff, and then you can focus on the other thing. But I had to do the upload and the record, and I'm happy to do it all. But sometimes when it's just you'll let things slip through the cracks. So don't be like me, ladies and gentlemen. Write it down. Like, hey, I recorded at this time. This is what I talked about. Because even sometimes I will forget to write down, what I recorded. Then I had to go back, and I had to re-listen to it. And so sometimes I waste a little more time than what is needed. But hey, that is just a tip from me to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is Sunday, so we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have an exciting show. I'm gonna talk to you about something. I was thinking about this for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in my world. I don't know what's going on my Instagram. I have an Instagram, and the main reason why I'm on Instagram, I have two friends I was in the Navy with. We have a little group chat. They send stuff. I look at it. I like to laugh. It's a good time, and it's an easy way for us to keep in contact because I have I am married. I have a young child. My friend lives in LA, and my other friend is running a business. And so we don't have a lot of time you can't, go see each other all the time and all that stuff. So the Instagram gives us a chance to, send each other a message here and there and, see what's going on. And it's fun. But I say all that to say, the algorithm, I don't know how that works. I know they want you to get addicted. They want you to be addicted. I'm pretty sure about that. I think I know that. Um, I'm pretty sure about that. So, but now people want to call. I gotta turn my phone off. Ladies and gentlemen, always have your phone off whenever you are recording an episode. Okay? It helps. It helps. It helps. And now, wait a minute. I had to put my phone on the charger. Ladies and gentlemen, I am giving you a lesson, ladies and gentlemen, today about professionalism. Okay? This is Sunday. and we don't have to be too buttoned up today. We need to be, but I had to keep my phone on a charger because my phone it'll die quick, and it's getting to the point where if I don't keep it if I don't keep it let it if I don't want it to let it die, and then because this has happened to me once. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I have an iPhone, and one time my iPhone it died, and it never came back on, and that was it. And so I had to go get a new phone. And I don't feel like doing that today. I don't feel like doing that anytime this week. Phones are annoying to me. I get tired of going to the Verizon store and you know all they ever say is, "Oh, you need a new phone." And now I definitely need a new phone because the back of my phone it's cracked. It has the back is all cracked up. I have three camera lenses. Two of them are one is broke. The other one looks like it's on the verge of being broke, and they're all scratched up. It, it's bad, ladies and gents. I don't do good with phones, even though these phones are like they cost you an arm and a leg. But from the drive and then just dropping the phone high from the truck, sometimes I just it's bad. It gets bad. Okay, but anyway, I say all that to say, the algorithm, they want you to get hooked. But for some reason lately, and on my Instagram, I've been seeing a lot of posts about men talking about, you should pay 100%. I told you yesterday about this sucker I saw on the Instagram, and he threw a bag of money, quote unquote, a bag of money to some guy's arm, and it reminded me of a movie, and he did all that, and then I saw another video of this guy. And he was like, "Hey, men should provide. They should pay 100%." Blah 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 blah. Blah. And I just saw this. I saw another post yesterday. And this guy said, "I would get 10 jobs before I let my wife work for another man," and I cracked up laughing. First off, pal, let me tell you something. If you got 10 jobs, you ain't gonna have a woman because they gonna say, "Hey, you ain't spending no time with me." So they gonna have them. They gonna find somebody else and leave you anyway. But this whole notion about um, men and providing and blah 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 blah. A lot of these people, you know, I remember I told you about this relationship guy one time named Derek Jackson. Derek Jacks, he was a relationship person. I would see him on Facebook, and women would be sharing his posts. They would be sharing what he said, his videos. He was always sitting in the car, always sucking up the women, buttering up the women. That's all fine and well, but I knew something. I said, because nobody. Let me tell you something. Nobody is that one sided without working an angle, without working a hustle. Hey, should you take care of your wife? Of course. Should you take care of your husband? Of course. Should you take care of each other? Of course. How you do that is how you do that is yep is up to you. Okay. Yes. Um. There are no right way. There are no wrong ways to be how to be in a relationship. There's no guidebook. Yeah, we know in the 40s and the 50s and all them before times, women, a lot of women stay home. They took care of the kids. The man went out and worked, but a lot of times, you know, men they own farms. They had farms. They would be out there working. They had a bunch of kids, so the kids can help them work the land. And so the wife would, take care of things and all that. And that's great. We live in a different time, and more people live in urban areas. They live in cities now, and having 7 or 8 kids. I could not imagine me living in Atlanta, Georgia, having 7 or 8 kids. Everything's so expensive, and everything is not like you can say, "Hey, kid, run outside and go do what you want to do, and come back and see me." Okay, we have a lot more, you know, out in the open creeps. But I say all that to say, man, I miss Kevin Samuels. I I only saw clips of Kevin Samuels. I never sat there and watched the whole episode of him, on his talk show or whatever kind of show it was, podcast show, YouTube show. Um, but I remember people would call in and they would say they're looking for a man, and he would ask, how many kids you got, blah blah blah. And a lot of times, they was, because a lot of people are kind of delusional, there's nothing wrong with looking for love, but when people are like, "Oh, I got 3 kids. I ain't never been married, and I want somebody 6'6". I want somebody making $200,000, $100,000. It's like that. That's you know. I mean, come on, man. You are bringing and no offense to anybody that's single with kids, but when you're single with kids, I mean, that is something you got to deal with. That is your kids are not baggage, but it's essentially that's baggage. It's just the way it is. And so these people, they have all these, and it's not just women. It's everybody now that's delusional. But Kevin Samuels used to have his little radio show, and people would call in, and he would just give them the facts, and he would just lay it out. Was some of it entertaining? Of course, you got to be entertaining to capture an audience, but a lot of it was just the flat truth, and you you now you see so many. Now you see the people like the Derek Jacksons of the world, and you see these guys on the Instagram, sucking up the women, saying, "Oh, I would do this, I would do that." A lot of times, it's like, hey, if we peel back that onion, what kind of shenanigans you got going on? Yes, it's great. I mean, listen, my wife works out of our home. Okay, my wife, she sold a business. She hasn't went down to another job and all that stuff. But I ain't gonna sit here and toot my horn and do all this and all that and say, I'm the man because blah, 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 blah. And I wouldn't tell nobody else how to live their life. You have to do what you have to do what's best for you. And so a lot of times these people, they do this for content. They do it for you know, hey man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The best way to social media is a great advertisement for what you want. Okay, if you want other women to get into your inbox, you know, hey, I mean that's Derek Jackson. He had to come out and say, "I apologize to my wife. I was cheating on my wife." He was holding the hand, and it looked like a hostage video, and all that buttering up, all that treat your woman like this, treat your woman like that. What was he doing? He's doing it for a purpose. Of course, he wanted to sell books or whatever, sell a course or whatever. But at the same time, hey, if I show women, hey man, look at me, look what I can do for you. Of course they are gonna be in your inbox. It's not people are people. If you listen, any of us, all of us, if I remember when I was young, you would say, somebody would say, older people would tell me, never tell people about your relationship. This guy told me this. He said, you never tell other men about your relationship. And I said, why not? He said, if you start telling them what your wife or your woman, your girlfriend is doing for you, they're going to be like, man, that's nice. I would like her to do that for me. And so they would try to undercut you, try to yank your girl from you. Then I thought to myself, this guy makes a solid point. He makes a damn good point. Okay. And so whenever you see people like that, creating content like, hey, women, you should be treated like royalty, and which, hey, like I told you, in your relationship, you treat your person as great as you can treat them. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But the problem I have with these people is they just project and they just tell lies, and it's a bunch of BS, and it's for content, and it's for likes, and it's for hey, I got a course. Hey, I got a, it's not. not for, hey, I'm trying to help society out. It's how can I help me out? And it's also an advertisement for, hey ladies, wet my inbox up, and I could do for you, you know. It's it's bananas. It's bananas, and it has this last few days. I'm just like, and it's popping up more and more, and I'm like, why in the hell does this keep popping up? But I forgot, and this is the problem. This is why I hate social media. I hate social media, man. This is the problem. All the algorithm and all that. I'm trying not to curse because today's Sunday, but all that BS, man, they want you to just stay on the Instagram. They want you to stay on the Twitter. They want you to stay on the Facebook. They want you to get addicted, man. They want you to be addicted. And so they think because it popped up once and I didn't just like block it or hit, you know, I'll just look and I'm like, oh, okay. And then it went to the next thing. And so now it's like, hey, this guy must like this nonsense about, and you see all these relationship podcasts, and I just like, I want to just put my head in the oven if I could. All these relationship podcasts, they have the same nonsense going on. Should I'm not no cheap girl. You should take me out. And if I ask you for some money, I saw of some video, some girl was bitching and complaining because some guy she just started dating wouldn't give her money for her birthday, or he didn't offer to pay for anything for her birthday. And I thought, man, this is wrong with the world now, man. The world is nuts, man. Why do women burn all them bras, man, if they all want to be taken care of so much? Somebody somebody help me with that, huh? Why do these women burn all them bras and do all this? Women are equal as men, which of course in the grand scheme of things you are, but at the same time, hey man, go out and work. I don't know what to tell you. You know, get a job, go to work. That's what, they burn bras, they did all this, workplace stuff, now 30, 40 years later, I mean, work that hard? Is work that difficult? What's going on? I don't know, but all this, 50-50, you got a roommate. Hey man, listen, everybody don't got all that kind of money to be taking care of people, okay? And sometimes it's okay if you do. It's okay if you split rent. It's okay if you split bills. It's okay. It's okay. Never let anybody on social media, and this is the reason. Number 1,000. Listen, don't watch social media. Don't listen to it too much because they are there. I told you yesterday, hamming, hammy baby. They just hamming it up for likes, for clicks. Buttering up for so they can get somebody can slide in a DM. It's disgusting, man. Man, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, man. Somebody, my friend said once, because he was like, I never watched no Kevin Samuels before, but since he died, I've seen a couple of clips. He's like, man, maybe he was the villain we needed. I said, man, you might be right, man, because I mean, a lot of times telling people what they want to hear instead of just telling people the truth is it's bananas. I remember when I was doing my wife, my wife and my mom, they were always informing me, because my wife, she was like, have you gotten better with the podcast? I go, well, thank you. And every now and then she'll say, on this episode, the sound wasn't good. And my mom used to be like, hey, this episode, I couldn't hear nothing. It sounded like you was in a tunnel. And I'm like, all right, let me work on that. I need people to tell me the truth. The show's not going good, let me know. If you don't think this show is great, let me know. If you love the show, let me know. But I need the truth. I don't need nobody saying, oh man, that's so great. That's so excellent. It's just the way it is, man. Sometimes you just need to hear the truth, man. Sucking up, buttering up to people for likes, for money. I mean, that's not, listen, we are all salesmen at the end of the day. We are all salesmen. No matter who you are, no matter what you do. From the baker, the truck driver, to the candlestick maker. We are all in the business of selling something to somebody. You're selling a program to somebody. You're selling your philosophy to somebody. So sell or be sold to. But we are all in this circle of selling and being sold to. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But listen, be honest. Listen. Some people, listen. Some guys want their wives to be at home. So they figure out a way to keep their wife at home. Some guys are like, hey, you got to go to work. Some women want to stay at home and they want to be, you know, raise the kids and do all this stuff at home. Some women are like, nope, that ain't me. I want to go to work. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, find out what you like, find out what you want to do, find somebody that can match that. Of course, you're not gonna be 100. You're not gonna find 100% of the things that you like and 100% of the things somebody else likes. That's not gonna happen. But find somebody that walks in the same path as you. Find somebody that say, "Hey, we on the same page as far as working and raising kids and this, that, and the other." Me and my wife, we have different. Me and my wife, we have similar parenting styles. We do things a little different, but at the end of the day, we are locked in step how we raise our daughter. And that's just the way it is. That's how you need to be. It's not about, oh, you're a wimp if you don't provide for your wife. Because sometimes people they can be great providers, but they could be, not nice people. And it's just how it is. And there's no right or wrong way to a relationship. And you'll figure that out. And so don't fall for the social media. Don't fall for the BS. Don't fall for the, hey, if you don't check these boxes, then you're not a man. If you don't make blah blah blah, you're not a man. Or if you can't cook, you're not a woman. Blah 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 blah. You know. Don't worry about all that. You do you at the end of the day, you who is listening to this show. All you can do is run your race. Okay? You run your race how you see fit. Me myself, I pray about things. I go about it that way. And at the end of the day, it works for me. So you do what works for you. But still, Kevin Samuels, you need to come back and tell these people the truth, because these relationship podcasts are out of control. Cut their mics off. Cut the mics off. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow with a all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm very fired up today. And we'll be back tomorrow with all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. Until then, my name is Tony Rizano. Thank you for listening. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, everybody, peace.